Hello, my name is Robert Gilbert, and today the position I am applying for is the head zoologist of the Rosemont Gifford Zoo. I am 20 years old and I am currently a student at Onondaga Community College. I was born in Syracuse and I have been here for my whole life. I have 2 years of experience in the workforce from my time at a countertop manufacturing company where I operated on many different machines. From this experience, I have gained a hardworking mentality and will do whatever it takes to make sure my work is complete and correct. The main thing that has infatuated me for my whole life is animals. So, after experiencing what a regular job is like, I have decided that doing what I'm doing now will ultimately lead to unhappiness down the line. Realizing that it's too late to start something new or pick up a job that I would really enjoy would be something that I may never be able to forgive myself for. And that is why I am applying for this job today. My greatest strength when it comes to being in a work environment is being able to keep my head down and work with no distractions. Being the quiet person that I am will ensure that I am always focused on the task at hand instead of conversing with my coworkers. Allowing myself to stay fixated on the ongoing tasks of the workday without distractions will ensure that my work is always completed. I used this strength to my advantage every day at my previous job. When my coworkers would all be in the break room chatting before work started, I would be at my station getting set up for the workday, getting a head start on the day. I was already working while my coworkers were just starting their workday. While during the day many of the other workers would go around the factory to catch up with their colleagues, I would be busy working, making sure everything is correct. Without a consistent focus being applied during the workday, there's more room for error and mistakes to happen, and I avoid this by staying focused at all times. The biggest mistake that I have ever made in my life was not too long ago. During the 2021 school year, I was enrolled at St. John Fisher and was about halfway through the school year when I decided to stop doing my work. I went from above average grades to failing every class that I was in. The workload was something I was not accustomed to compared to the work I was doing in high school, and school had been something that I never really enjoyed, and I believe that most people can agree with me on that. And getting the freedom to make my own choices really wasn't something I was used to, but overall I feel that it was a good learning experience to find out that your actions indeed have consequences. So I felt that dropping out of college to pursue a career in the workforce was something more desirable. Not having to do homework, study, or take hard tests seemed like an easy choice when deciding what I wanted to do. But after a long while, I came to the realization that this was not what I wanted to be doing for the rest of my life. Having every week melt together to the point where I couldn't decipher when things happened because every day felt the same. So I decided to rewrite my previous academic mistakes and enroll at Onondaga Community College, where I am pursuing the job that I'm interviewing for right now. I'm hoping that I will be able to make a full recovery from the previous mistakes that I have made and make my work life have more meaning. There have not been many times where I have had a disagreement inside of a group project, mainly because I try to avoid all kinds of conflict of any sort, because arguing and disagreeing seems mostly pointless to me. However, the one time I was unable to avoid confrontation was in my junior year of high school while working on a project for history with a couple of my friends. The project was on World War II, and the argument came about while discussing whether we should add pictures to our slideshow or just leave it blank. The reason my friend wanted to leave it blank was because he didn't want to put the effort in to find pictures and add them in. I explained that a slideshow is very boring and hard to pay attention to without any images, and along with that, our grade would probably suffer due to the lack of imagery. With no input from the other two members of the group, I decided that if we didn't add the pictures, that was fine, but I wanted to, so I did it myself to avoid any further arguing because the arguing was taking up most of our time. So I feel that doing it by myself was the better option because it was the best possible solution, because if you really want something done sometimes, doing it yourself is the best way to do it. The biggest accomplishment that I've ever achieved in my life so far would have to be making the All-CNY football team my junior year and senior year of high school. This was a very big achievement, not only because there is only a select few who are selected for this list, but because it was a sign that all the years of hard work had finally paid off. All the summers spent at camps and at the gym, which seemed pointless at the time, finally proved that it was worth it. Being able to have a physical record to show that all the time and effort you put into something almost makes it mean more. I am hopeful that the next accomplishment I can add to the list is graduating college and finding a career that can leave me overall happy at the end of the day. I hope that you have as much trust in me as I do in myself to hire me at this position, because at the end of the day you will not regret it. I will put in the time and make sure whatever needs to get done will get done no matter the cost. Thank you.